My name is Claire Bennett, and for a long time, I swore I knew exactly where Lucas Avery fit into my life. He was my best friend, just that, the safest place I knew. The mistake was believing that feelings obey labels. I met Lucas when everything was still simple. We laughed at the same things, shared secrets without fear, talked about the future as if it were a distant, malleable idea. With him, I never needed to pretend. I never needed to impress. He knew me on my good days and especially on my bad days, and he always stayed. Our friendship grew organically, almost domestically. Messages at odd hours, long conversations that didn't need a subject, comfortable silences that said more than words. Lucas was the first person I told any news to. He was also the one who comforted me when something went wrong. I told myself that was luck, that not everyone has a best friend like that. What I didn't notice, or pretended not to notice, was how much my world revolved around his presence.
Pause here, like the video, subscribe, turn on notifications, and tell me in the comments, what would you do next?
I watched him fall in love with other people. I listened to stories, gave advice, smiled, and pretended not to feel anything strange when he mentioned other names. I told myself the slight tightness in my chest was just protective jealousy, the kind only best friends feel. I ignored the fact that no one ever occupied, for me, the space he occupied without any effort at all. Everything began to change in subtle ways. I noticed too much the sound of his laughter, the way he looked at me when he found something funny, the almost automatic care with which he included me in everything. And above all, the absence I felt when he wasn't around, an absence that didn't fit simple friendship. There was a time when I tried to pull away, not physically but emotionally. I tried to meet other people, create new stories, but every comparison was unfair. No one understood me like Lucas. No one made me feel so seen without asking for anything in return. It was like trying to replace something essential with a pale version of it. The truth revealed itself on an ordinary night, one that promised nothing special. We were together, laughing at old memories, and I realized that this was my favorite place in the world. Not a physical place. Him. Lucas Avery. The person I wanted to share not only laughter with, but difficult days, important choices, long silences. Accepting that I was in love with my best friend was frightening, because loving someone like that means risking everything. The friendship, the safety, the history we had built. It means admitting that losing that person would be losing far more than a love. It would be losing home. But I also realized something even stronger. I had loved him for a long time. I had just given it another name. Today, when I look back, I understand that some love stories don't begin with sparks. They begin with friendship, with trust, with daily presence. They begin slowly, grow in silence, and when they finally reveal themselves, they're already too big to be ignored. And perhaps the most beautiful love is exactly that, the kind that is born from friendship, because before any passion, there was already care. There was already choice. There was already us.
If this felt intense, the next one is sharper and more personal. Click the next video, because the first minute changes the entire story.